Hi girls! So my name is Amy and I have a beauty channel here on YouTube, and about 5 months ago, well, it started more than 5 months ago, but 5 months ago, um, really started trying to have another baby. So I've been watching a bunch of videos here on like the pregnancy and trying to conceive community, and I love watching your guys' videos and being a part of your journey. And I have been wanting to start documenting my experience and my journey, and I've just kind of put it off and put it off, and now it's like 6 months later, and I'm like, okay, I'm really gonna do this. So this is my first TTC slash pregnancy video, and I don't really know where to start. Like, I wish I would have started from the beginning, because then I could have been like current on what I was recording. But now that I've waited 6 months, so much happens in 6 months, but I still need to start somewhere. So anyways, so like I said, my name is Amy, and I'm 31 years old, and I have 3 daughters, and I'm happily married. I live in Alaska, and about 6 years, almost 6 years ago, my husband and I thought we were done having kids, so he had a vasectomy. And I really we did it because I kept getting pregnant on birth control. And so obviously that wasn't working for us. And we're like, okay, we have 3 healthy kids. Maybe this is it for us. So we decided to go ahead with the vasectomy, and I really grieved for so many years that I was only 26 and that part of my life was already over, and that was so hard for me. And I thought it was just because it had just happened. I was like, well, maybe it's gonna get easier as time goes on. It never got easier, and about 2 years ago, I told my husband, I'm really not done having kids. Like, if we don't do something about this, I feel like I'll regret that we didn't, have more kids or try to have more kids. So, we talked about it and prayed about it, and we made an appointment with a surgeon here in Alaska that does vasectomy reversals, and he was very optimistic and gave us a really good success rate. Since we only have kids together, we got pregnant really easy before. He said that he thought for sure with his surgery that we would be pregnant within a year at the most after the surgery, but he was confident that it would be within 6 months or less. So we went ahead and went to that consultation. We were so excited, and then we found out how much it was. It's $10,000 to have this surgery, and most insurance does not pay for it. I had got something from our insurance that they were changing our coverage, and they had sent out a new booklet with what the updates were and what they would and wouldn't be covering. And it had an infertility section, and it said that they would cover up to $12,000 for infertility treatments per policy holder. So like if I needed it, I could have $12,000 for treatments, and my husband could too. So since he had a vasectomy, they covered vasectomy reversals up to $12,000. I literally fell on the floor crying. It was so emotional, because I thought for so long that I was never going to get to have another baby. So my husband came home from work, and I showed him the paperwork that came from the insurance company, and we were so excited. And we're like, well, let's not get too excited. This might not be exactly what we're reading. So the next day we called, and in fact it was what we thought it was. So our consultation with the surgeon was in November 2013, and we were scheduled for his vasectomy reversal January 24th, 2014. So, that's really when I started like watching a lot of videos here on YouTube, trying to find other couples that had vasectomy reversals, because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know like how his recovery was going to be, like what other people's success rates were. And I just had all these questions, and so I was just looking all over YouTube trying to find similar stories, and I think I only found like two. And maybe I just wasn't looking in the right places. Maybe there are a lot of them. But that's when I was like, okay, I want to document like my experience, so that if there's somebody else that's going through the same thing, they can, hear what my experience was. Anyways, so my husband had his surgery. The doctor said that it went really well. And 6 weeks after his surgery, he had his sperm analysis. And the doctor was very happy with, what they're looking for. I didn't go to that appointment. Excuse me, I'm like so out of breath. So my husband called me and said that everything looked great. So I kind of got like, I don't want to say like obsessive, but I was like, okay, we're really going to do this. I never had to try to have a baby before, so I didn't really know what ovulation was, like how it works. I mean, obviously I knew that women ovulate and things like that, but I didn't know when it happened, or like that was the short amount of time in a month that a woman could get pregnant. So I started doing a lot of research, watching videos on YouTube, bought ovulation kits and cheap pregnancy tests, and kind of like made it my job. And that was the worst thing ever. Like, I was totally stressed out. I wasn't happy. I was wishing away time, because I was like, okay, now I want to ovulate, and okay, now I ovulated and we BD'd, and now I want 2 weeks to hurry up and go by so that I can take pregnancy tests. And it wasn't good. It was totally not the experience that I was going for. So I quickly realized that I just couldn't live like that. So what I did was, I would say that was March and April that I was like that. And then in May, I started working out with a trainer, doing CrossFit 4 days a week, which I totally loved. I got so much stronger. I was happier. I wasn't so focused on trying to have a baby. I was more focused on like the current living in the moment with my 3 kids and my husband, and getting healthy. And I lost 12 pounds in 4 weeks and got so strong. And then I was like, well, maybe, I mean, obviously I still do want to have a baby, but like I'm enjoying getting my body back and my energy back. And so I just wasn't like so focused on trying to get pregnant. Now, the other reason was because like I have 3 girls, and it seems like my oldest was born yesterday and she's going to be 10. So I know like once I do get pregnant, and this probably will be my last, that the pregnancy goes so fast and their first year goes so fast. So I don't want to get there too soon. You know what I mean? Like, I really just want to enjoy every moment getting there, and every moment for its moment. So I'm not trying to rush anything. And that totally just helped me to be happier and less stressed. So anyways, okay, so that got us to, I think March and April, because my husband's surgery was the end of January. Then the end of February, he had his sperm analysis. It was good. So I was like, okay, we're going to do this baby making thing. And I had those 2 really stressful months. Then in May, I started working out with a trainer. Well, about 6 days ago, I kept waking up like, well, I guess this was about maybe 10 days ago. I kept waking up at like 4 in the morning, starving, like so hungry. That's weird for me because like I'm a sleeper. I love my sleep. Like I don't wake up for anything until I have to. So for me to be like waking up and laying in bed and not being able to fall asleep because I was so hungry, I was like, this is weird. And then I was having to pee a lot. My husband's like, you have the worst PMS ever. And so I had like a cheap, I think I had one Walmart, like a 98-cent Walmart pregnancy test left, and it was 11 o'clock at night, and I was laying in bed and I was like, why am I so hungry and why am I like so tired? I was like, it's probably not, I'm probably not pregnant. Like I really didn't expect it to say anything, especially because it was 11 o'clock at night, and early in pregnancy they say your first morning urine is like the strongest, so I really wasn't expecting it to say anything. So I went upstairs quietly because everybody was sleeping and peed on this cheap 98-cent test, and there was a faint line, and I was like, am I making myself see that? So I had to show my husband. So I came downstairs and I was like, babe, look at this. And he's like looking at it and he's like, if you turn it a certain way, there's a line there. So I was like, okay. In the morning, he gets up and goes to his CrossFit training. He gets up at 4 in the morning, does CrossFit from 5 to 6, and then takes a shower and goes to work. So I told him that I wanted him to stop at Walmart and get some more pregnancy tests in the morning before he went to work so that I could, take another one. So he did. So that was Sunday night at like 11 o'clock that I got that first like faint line, and that was 9 DPO. So Monday morning he brought home, it was a little bit more expensive. It was like it was the one that has the plus on it. It's the pink box. I can't remember what it's called. It's like super popular. First response. It was a first response. And it came up with a plus sign right away. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe it. So then he was like, well, maybe it's just a coincidence. So then we went and bought the digital and it came back pregnant. And I cannot believe that it happened so fast. I'm so happy, and I really want to keep up with this pregnancy throughout the delivery and baby's first year at least, so that I can have this to look back on. And if anybody has any questions like about vasectomy reversal and my experience, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot that I haven't talked about, but I don't want to make this first video super long. But I plan to do at least one video a week. And my week changes over every Friday. So tomorrow is Friday, and I will be 5 weeks exactly. And that makes my due date February 7th, which is 6 days before my birthday. So that's super exciting. And we don't have any February babies right now. We have a September, a December, and an April. So we're super excited about that. And we have 3 girls, so we would love a boy. Anyway, so I'm going to end this video here. And I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about, feel free to leave comments down below. I love following your guys' journeys, your ladies' journeys, and I'm hoping for you to get your BFP if you're trying, and if you did get yours, congratulations. So I will be updating again next Friday. So actually, maybe I'll start one tomorrow with my 5-week symptoms, and then start going every Friday. So that sounds like a better idea, so that I don't miss a week, and we can kind of fill in my symptoms from week 5. So Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, like I said, please leave them down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!